Hello there people, Snowcrash here, back on the Hypermine vanilla server. And how are you all doing? I'm doing pretty good myself because I got that built behind me in the last episode. Well, not in one episode, but we did a groovy time lapse and I'm really happy with the result. But I'm not happy because I don't have a name for it. So if any of you think you've got a cool name for that building, please feel free to go down to the comments and give me your suggestions, and if I like it, we might name it. Anyway, today we're doing something. Where am I? We're up on a tree. We're doing something, a few little bits and bobs. We're going to come down here because, as you know, I said that we'd received our building permit to build our fast food restaurant here. So I've already got a few things, but I do need a lot more. So I'm going to head to the Mesa biome and collect a bunch of clay, and also for a friend of mine over there, Lapis Lorry is building some thing over there. It's got a steampunk theme, I've been told, and she also needs a lot of clay. I'm going to give her a hand and grab some more materials. So I'll catch you over there. Alright, well, I'm in the Mesa biome and here we go, the usual. It's just a mob spawner, this place. Just have a look. Oh, you're still alive. There we go. I really need... What have I got here? Unbreaking, fire aspect, knockback, sharpness 5. Man, I can't get a better sword than this, and he needed 2 hits. I just want to one-shot things. Anyway, moving on, I'm digressing. Let us sleep. Okay, so while I dig clay, I thought I'd just have a chat to you guys. I've come reasonably prepared today. Normally I get out here, I don't have a bed, and then I've got to go back, and then I didn't bring the beacon, and then I didn't bring the right stuff, and anyway, I think we've got most things handy here. Let's just get this set up with a little bit of haste and haste 2, and there we go. And I have screwed up because I've brought 2 Silk Touch picks, but we'll use our efficiency 5, burn that down, that'll do. Let's not complain about it. So we're all set up, and we should be, yep, we're insta-mining, it's all good. And I need a few different colours, and I have been burrowing down in different places. I don't want to go too far away from this beacon. So I'm just going to start by sort of mentioning that, as you guys have seen, the Snowcrash channel has been okay, so I just wanted to talk about, why are there ghost blocks everywhere here? This is crazy. Look at this. Glitching. Alright, I'm going to have to relog because this I don't know what I'm hitting here. This is crazy. Alright. Okay, we've logged back in again, and hopefully all these ghost blocks have gone away. Looks alright. What I wanted to talk about today, just really quickly while I'm out here, is, as you know, the last 4 or 5 weeks I've started a Let's Play series. And I sort of made it pretty clear when I started that there was nothing going to change on the Snowcrash channel. As you know, the bread and butter of the Snowcrash channel has been the technical builds and the amazing stuff and the farms and all that, and none of that's changing. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that message didn't get through, but I am still going to be putting out tutorials. I've actually got quite a few stockpiled there that I am going to release as soon as I complete the recordings and the editing and things like that. So there's plenty more of that stuff coming out. But it seems, and this is a straight out observation, so it's a fact, that every time I put out a Let's Play, there is a huge number of unsubs. I don't know what it is. Now, I want to make it clear, I'm not whinging or complaining. You know me, guys. It's I'm quite happy with 100 subs or 1 million. It doesn't make no difference to me. I just put out good content of a quality level that I find acceptable, And my benchmark is, you know, I think it's pretty good, right? So it's just really weird. I can't explain it. And you guys have been really supportive of the series and everything else. It's just weird. But I guess that's life. You start doing different things and people feel that, you know, things are going to change and suddenly my channel's going to stop doing, you know, good stuff like, you know, technical and redstone, but it's not. I'm still going to be putting out the awesome farms and technical stuff and all that kind of thing. And we're all going to be happy face, aren't we? Not sad pandas, okay? Because I've got plenty of your tutorials in the pipeline and I'll be putting those out and everything else. And the mobs around here are real. They're everywhere. And okay, well, I'm going to keep digging and getting what I need, and then I'll be back with you guys shortly. Okay guys, we're back over at the construction zone here, and I've got just about everything I need and all these colours that I need to now deliver to Lapis Laurie's new build over here. They're not colours I would probably use, but if I can be of help while I'm over at the Mesa biome, then that's all good. And I've got something to show you here, an elevator. Originally we put a slime block jump pad type elevator in here and it just wasn't reliable. This is a redstone block elevator, and unless you've watched some of my really old videos or possibly mumbo jumbos, you wouldn't have seen one of these before. So how it works is a redstone block, you stand on that and it goes all the way to the top. I'll give you a look at how it works if we can carefully bust our way into here. Yep. And yeah, it's pretty compact. It's a bit hard to see, but the block goes up through here with a piston extender there. And I will link my tutorial, which will explain it a little more, in a little more detail. But basically, if I can get over onto here, goes up and actually all these redstone blocks chain back down and it replenishes the one that you've got to stand on. So it's one of what I believe to be the most reliable survival multiplayer elevators that you can get. Almost all of them don't work. If there's latency or lag, people glitch through, and this is one of the ones on the end of the scale which works most of the time. And you can see here that it sends the block up and then the new block gets reinserted there ready to go. So you walk in here, you turn around, you push the button, and up you go. See, I like to use Lapis Laurie because she has really bad internet, full of latencies and other nasties like that. So, really, she's a great test subject, so any elevator that works for her is likely to work for everyone else. So that's it, redstone block elevator. As I said, link will be in the description, you can check it out. I'm going to drop off all this clay right now, and basically I'll catch you back in a moment. I think I've got almost everything I need, so I'm going to grab some of this, and we're going to build the facade of this restaurant. And let's get started. So I've cleared out an area here, sort of marked out roughly where it's going to fit. I was a bit worried because of the way the ground slopes up here, but I've sort of tapered it out, and I don't think it's going to be too bad. I actually don't know how big this thing has to be. I know how wide the frontage is, but because it's a fast food restaurant, we're going to have animals and things like that. And you'll see what, well, obviously I've already told you what we're selling, fried chicken. So yeah, there'll be chickens in here, and I've got to be cautious of how many and where I'm going to fit them and how I'm going to do all that. So I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be just a regular, average, Joe Blow, run-of-the-mill fried chicken cooker. We're going to try to do something a little bit different. And bear in mind here, this building next to this restaurant is the meter. And you see the little bunny rabbit there? Isn't he cute? This is the, I think, the main regional headquarters of the Minecraft Ethical Treatment of Animals Association. So they, you know, they make sure that the animals are treated properly, with a fried chicken restaurant right next to them. So I'm going to have to be cautious not to stir up any trouble. So let's get on with the job here. So let's put this there, this one come across here, and some of you, when I sort of start to bring this out of the ground, maybe recognize what it is or where it comes from, but all that will be revealed. Now we're going to come up here and we're going to put those there, and we're going to need some of the glass. So we need some windows on here, like that. Another couple of windows there. Alright, so let's come up here, and we've got to go up 2 and then come across here. So how's everyone been going? It's been a pretty popular sort of time on YouTube and streaming. A few YouTubers I know are streaming now, and it's going really well for them. I'm so pleased. And it just seems like a really busy time on the internet at the moment. We've got Minecon coming up, and yeah, let me know if you're going. And sorry to disappoint, I probably am not going to Minecon this year, and there's a very good reason. They took forever to get their stuff organised and announce, you know, when it was, and then took forever to start selling tickets. And as you know, it's I'm in Australia, and that's a very long way away from England. And you don't just go booking tickets willy-nilly. You want the best price, so you need to book the tickets in advance. And they took forever, and booking them, you know, 60 or 90 days in advance really isn't going to get you the best price. It's just going to cost a fortune. So I really was quite disappointed they took forever to organise. It's very difficult for international travellers. And then even though they gave us a date, you're not going to go and pay a deposit or book an airline ticket and pay for it with the possibility you might not get a ticket to actually Minecon. I mean, that would be that would be bad, because they're non-transferable. You can't get a refund. It has to be in the same name. It's all a bit of a mess. So look, if they run Minecon next year, it could very well, let's use our bed, could very well go to that, but this year probably not. And right, good. Next, there we go. Okay, so we're going to just temporarily pop a few signs on here, there, and there. All right, and get some more. Now, I wouldn't normally use this colour. It is awful. Have a look. This pinky, it's supposed to be white clay, and it's this pinky, it's just terrible colour, really. But for this, for a food restaurant, I think it's going to work. So we'll come over here, and there we go. All right. So we are almost done on getting the frontage on this thing. Get rid of this. Let's take a bit of a look. All right, it's looking pretty good. Let's come up here. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do this roof. I think we'll get rid of that. Bring this over like that. And have we got half slabs? Yes, good, organised. So we'll go like this, and then we'll stick a stair there and cap it off like this. All right, I think that's going to look good. I think that's starting to look real good. All right. Taking shape nicely. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. That's starting to look a treat now. I'm going to just, you know, seal it off a little, get the walls up, and I'll be back in a moment. We'll put some doors on here and get some floor in here, and yeah, I think might do a little bit of that off camera, and we might do a little bit of that next week. But I just wanted to get the shell of it up to really get an idea of, you know, how it's going to look. I don't think the colour scheme's that bad. Ironically, you've got Lapis Laurie's new steampunk building going up there. I hope there's no spoilers. No, there's no spoil. I don't think there's any spoilers. And look, I've used orange. You wouldn't believe it, but you know, it's the Yummy Food restaurant. I think that colour scheme goes really well, especially with the hay bales there. So, what else have we got to do today? Well, what I wanted to do was get back over to the new building over there. You can see it in the distance, and start doing the interior. So I'm going to trot over there and show you guys a few ideas, and you can let me know what you think. All right, well, we're back over here at this this huge thing, and today I'm wanting to get some more progress done, and that is going to be the floor. So yeah, there's a lot of floor here. So I've already taken out one layer here so I can fit the floor in. And I'm just going to show you the pattern. I'm not going to lay down, you know, 2,000 blocks. Let's grab some furnace. We don't need polished. I need regular diorite. So I've sort of been playing around in creative on a plot world, looking at some different ideas, and check this out. This is what we're going to do. Look, I'll start the pattern and give you guys a look, and you're going to probably guess straight away what we're doing here. Is it dark outside already? Hang on. We just don't... I've had enough creeper explosions to last me a lifetime, and of course it's raining again. So you have a look at this over here. We've got an outer hull breach. Look at this. That's just creeper. So they drop from the skies, they do around here, and just boom, boom, everywhere. So what we're going to do is a checkerboard pattern. I'm using furnaces, and you probably saw over here, look at this craziness. 1,000 furnaces there, and I tell you what, that was a lot of cobble, and I might give you a look at that hole in a moment, because it's just, I've sort of, what am I doing here? Right, okay, here we go. Let's just get this pattern started so you guys can see what it is I'm doing. All right, so we're going to come across here and make something like this and have a look at it. All right, there we go, and maybe one more along there. Grab our furnaces, pop them in here like this. Now, there is going to be a little bit of detail so that this isn't sort of one continuous, there's lots of columns in here and things like that. And there we go. So I reckon, look, I love it. I actually think it looks really good. It's a nice pattern. I like the way the furnace has the dark outline there. And then around the around the piers and the edges, like over here, I'm going to have the polished diorite. That's a pretty common thing people do, and you know, I think with that and this, it's all going to look pretty good. Pretty sure I had some over here somewhere. There we go. It doesn't look that bad. You know, I was worried about it. You know, they've still got the greeny colour, and we can do those in strategic locations and get this sort of lit up without, you know, I just don't want torches in this build. And it's not that bad, and because they put out a 15 light level, I can probably have them use them quite sparingly. All right, well, I don't think it's going to take that long. I'm going to do this whole floor, come back when I'm done, and we'll have a look at it. Okay, well, I've finished the floor and only died like 3 times and had to get assistance from another hyperminer, because building this thing over that huge hole was a really stupid idea. You only need to knock out 1 block and you fall 50 blocks, and I don't have feather falling at the moment because I died somewhere else, but we got it done, and I've got all the columns in place here just to guide me, and I reckon it looks good. I reckon it looks really good. I wasn't sure about the sea lanterns, but they blend in all right, and I've sort of strategically laid it out, and I think my lighting levels are okay. I don't think there's a single spot in here that can get spawns, but only time will tell, or I'll have to just walk around and test it all. So there's the floor, and now we'll move on to something else. Check this out, guys. So as you know, we dug this huge ruddy hole out. We went down there. We've got, oh yeah, look. Oh yeah, here we go. We've got another friend here. Everyone's yelling out. Okay, there'll be 100 comments. Light up your base, Snowcrash. You won't get the spawns. And then I got into here, and all this did, guys, just all of this, right? So this hole, and over here, this sort of 3-high thing, all that did was the furnaces. That's it. I've obviously got a little bit of diorite, but all this just made 1,000 furnaces. Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. So, I think that's all I've got time for today. Oh, before I go, check this out. I arrived at a ravine. Actually, it's a double ravine. Look at this. I don't know. I might build this, incorporate this into my base somehow. I'm not sure. Wow, there's a lot of... And there's another one, another ravine running off in that direction, and then this, and a lot of lava down there. But anyway, someone's been here. I assume some of the mines run through here. Oh, loady chunk things. Look at that. I can see, yep, half the city's been mined out, guys. You can imagine with all the players on here. But that's all I've got time for. So thank you for joining me today. If you're enjoying the series, give it a thumbs up. And if you really like the stuff I do, subscribe. But this has been Snowcrash. I'll catch you later. Cheers.